My name is Jenny DeBier-Charno, and I'm a licensed massage therapist in New York State. And I have been since 1981, so a long time. I'm also a certified lymphedema therapist, and I've been a certified lymphedema therapist for 4 years. So I have found myself working more and more with people who have had surgeries, in many cases, a wide range of surgeries, whether they are orthopedic surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, cancer surgeries, as well as people who come in for other treatments who have had surgeries, but that's not why they're there. And I decided to attend Marjorie's workshop, the S.T.R.A.I.T Method workshop for scar release, because, well, first of all, I met Marjorie and I was impressed with what she said. Just, we were talking about what we do, and she told me about her workshops, and I was like, this is exactly what I need. So it's in keeping with the work that I do, but it's also in keeping with what I was interested in from the get-go, in a way that had me become a massage therapist in the first place. So the program that I attended was a small workshop, 3 days, and I think there were 7 of us attending, and it was at Marjorie's studio. She had a screened-in area, which was perfect because it was COVID time, and it made me more comfortable to not be indoors, but it was also hot and rainy and all of the things that the weather does. So it was nice to be protected from that as well. More of the program was focused on fascia and the impact of scars on fascia than what I had anticipated. I had expected more of the program to be technique oriented. But frankly, I thought it was terrific and it's what I was consistent with what I'm interested in, to have that background relationship to the ways that scars weave into the fascial system. And for me, it was exciting and interesting, and there was enough technique that it really worked for me. There were also, on the first day, there was a person who came in as a patient. Marjorie demonstrated the work with her. And then the next 2 days, there were people that came in for all of us to work on as pairs. So there were 2 people, 2 workshop participants working on any given patient who was on the table. Many of the patients had multiple scars, so we could work, one of us could be working on one scar, one of us could be working on another scar. There was a range of different surgeries, accidents, things like that, that we got to work with. I think the course is fun. I think it's useful. I think that people will enjoy it. They'll enjoy meeting the other people. And, I think if somebody's coming to the course, they just need to be open-minded and be prepared to learn, be prepared to, put aside whatever they already know, and open their minds up to learning something new, even if they think they already know it. Marjorie's a pip. Working with her was a lot of fun. She has a lot of anecdotes. She has a lot of funny stories. She makes the course interesting through all of that kind of storytelling. I enjoyed that, and I could see that she had done a big scan on the internet. There's a lot of available videos that maybe someday I will follow up some of the people that she gave us names of, whose videos she had watched and in some cases shown us. So that was another thing that I enjoyed, at least knowing that I have access to for the future, is that she gave us a handmade textbook, bound booklet that she put together with, you know, all of the material from the course, which is very nice to have as a resource. One of the things that I was concerned about, I actually spoke to Marjorie about this beforehand, which is that I'm an older therapist. I've been doing this for a long time. And I was concerned that it was going to be a very deep, challenging for my body kind of work, which is not what I wanted. So one thing I would let people know is it's not that. When she assured me it wasn't that, I was still a little concerned about it, frankly, because, you know, I'm really moving away from doing work that's too strenuous for my body. But it was fine. It's really good. It's not that strenuous. There's, you know, ways to learn to, as with any kind of body work, ergonomically use one's body. Marjorie was pretty good about pointing out something that I was doing that was, you know, might have been more strenuous on my body, but generally it's not a type of work that I think would be challenging in that way. One of the things I particularly enjoyed and which I most remember is when the patients came in and we were working on the patients and we were seeing a wide range of scars. The patients were speaking about how they got that injury or why they had that surgery. One of the things that was interesting was people came in and talked about, you know, one big scar they had, and then it turned out they had like 4 or 5 other scars that they hadn't remembered. Oh, I forgot I had surgery on my hand when I was, you know, 10 years ago, that kind of thing, which was interesting. And then seeing the difference that even a small amount of work made for some of the patients. Some of the patients had really dramatic work, dramatic shift in the way that they felt, more than the way their scar looked. That's another thing, by the way, that I was not fully anticipating, was that it's less impact maybe on the way that the scar looked and more impact on the way the movement, the person's movement and their interior experience was altered. That was really very positive. For me, it's proven to be very valuable. I already have used this technique with clients that I'm seeing who have certain injuries and have seen real benefits out of the work that I have done with them so far. And it gave me some instruction or some input on how to work with people who have certain constrictions or surgeries that I wasn't really sure where to work. I think that the scar release seminar has forwarded my practice goals, because the kind of people, I'm a medical massage therapist. I really work primarily with people who have injury, people who are in pain, and it just gives me another tool in my toolbox to help people feel better and be relieved from pain. I have already been using this with my patients. People have been pleased or very pleased. I haven't had any complaints, and people have been really happy about. I've had one person in particular who told me that her physical therapist was really impressed. And I've been working with this woman for years, but hadn't done this type of work in this particular pain area for her. And she's been having some issues, been working with the physical therapist as well as with me. And she's told me several times now what a difference this scar work has made for her. I would completely recommend this course to other therapists. I already have posted it in several of the therapist groups that I belong to, both massage therapists and lymphedema therapists. And frankly, a lot of lymphedema patients, whether they have come in after cosmetic surgery or they have true lymphedema, a lot of these people have had numerous scars, numerous surgeries, whether it's a knee replacement. Sometimes lymphedema starts after knee replacement or hip replacement, and somebody who never had it before there's been a disruption of the lymphatic system as a function of the surgery. So people come in and they have these big scars and they have this lymphedema problem, and lymphedema therapists aren't trained at all. I know Marjorie told me that once I posted, several lymphedema therapists contacted her. It's a very good match, but many doctors are woefully uneducated about the benefits of massage, the benefits of manual lymphatic drainage, and those are more common than the kind of work that Marjorie is doing. So would I recommend it? Yes. Would I expect that many doctors would be likely to recommend it to their patients? Not necessarily. Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of education that doctors don't receive. They're very focused on helping people, of course, but their orientation is often to go to what they are familiar with.